Hey y'all, it's your girl Tara. How you guys doing? Good Monday. I hope this video meets you well. I hope you're having a pretty decent day, especially for a Monday. It's hard coming off of a weekend unless you work the day before. But other than that, guys, I hope your Monday is meeting you well. I want to thank everybody for being here. New subscribers, old subscribers, people just passing through. I want to thank everybody for being here to see what I have to offer. And today I am getting a Monday ahead. So on my Monday ahead, what I'm doing is I am actually working on getting a month ahead. And we're working on my first month ahead. I will most definitely always utilize this binder because I'm one of those cheap people. I don't like getting binder after binder or whatever. I just don't do that. I just kind of keep everything the same. But my goal is to get a month ahead. I stuff this only once or twice a month, and it's always just going to be a week for that month. And it just so happens this time it's just going to be the whole week, with the exception of mortgage. For mortgage, you know, y'all guys, when I say mortgage, I meant housing. But, you know, oh my God, mortgage payment, it is high. And I cannot do a week. So I will be doing an icon at a time. That's what I will be doing, is an icon at a time. And you'll see how everything is set up once we get through it. But first, guys, did y'all know? Y'all know it's Monday. Y'all knew what was going to happen. Guys, we at 6. This is 6 Mondays until Christmas, y'all. 6 freaking Mondays. 6 weeks. Not even 6 weeks, just 6 Mondays. Because on that one Monday, it is going to be, what do you call that? It's going to be like 0 Mondays. And guess what? You only got that Monday, that Tuesday, and bam, you better have gotten everything. Oh my God. Oh my God. And both of my bonus kids are going to be able to come up. I'm so happy about that. At the same time, they weren't going to be able to come up at the same time before, but now they are. And so, because it was going to be hard, you know, trying to do Christmas with, it was going to be hard trying to figure out who to do Christmas with. And the reason is because, like I said, we do Christmas games and stuff. And it's kind of like, okay, well, who do you do it with? Well, I hate to say this, y'all, but the boy is a hot mess. He is indifferent about life. And let me tell you what, he's a hot mess. And I would have all the fun with him. And then I feel bad because then I left out the girl, you know, but she ain't as fun. She picky about her fun. She's snooty about it. She a little bougie about her fun and who she have fun with. The boy, like, I just want to have some fun. So, you know, and if it wasn't for the fact that be kids there, I get some tequila shots. Shot. All right, y'all. All right, look. So we got 6 Mondays to Christmas. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it was supposed to be 0 Monday. So I think next week what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to write a number on there because this should be 0. So I messed my countdown up. I'm sorry, guys. But so far I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 52, 54. So did I say 3? Yeah, 354. That is cool. Guys. That is cool. Gonna have like $400. And I've already started taking some money out of my savings account so I can start buying the Christmas stuff. I think in a prior video, y'all saw my Cheeto thing I bought. I can't wait to get that one. That's gonna be one of the prizes. So I can't wait, guys. I cannot wait. I love our Christmas games. For those new people, we do not celebrate we don't celebrate Christmas. Usually what we do is we may go on a vacation or something like that. But if we don't go on vacation, how we do celebrate our Christmas, though, is with games. We have games. We do games all day. We eat and we play games. And then we tally up who won the most points during games. And guess what? That person, we have a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. And it is fun. It is fun. So, and then you have like little prizes in between. So I'm playing the left-right game. And yeah, I can't wait because when they let me do stuff, it is hard as I don't know. But I am going to also do our ornament hunt. So we get to do ornament hunts. And I don't know because it's really difficult when you have an ornament hunt with little kids and big kids. Because them big kids just, I'm gonna have to do it, figure out how I'm gonna let little kids get their little extra money and get the big kids some extra money and what they need to find. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But anywho, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Y'all, Christmas, I just, it's a great time of year for me to just have fun. I have fun all year round, so it doesn't matter. But it's more fun. Anywho, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's count this out. We have 200, 50, 100, 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 220, 40, 60, 80, 320, 40, 340. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 70. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. $822 is what we're stuffing in our month ahead to get us a week ahead. And our staple things, staple housing is, or staple, what do you call that? Our staple expenses, monthly expenses are, for me, the 4 walls. They're housing, utilities, transportation, and groceries. That's it. I do have another book over here, but we're not stuffing that yet, okay? I'm just not. Because right now I'm doing staple goods only, or staple expenses only. So some people have month ahead for various things for their bills, but I'm telling you, your goal is, if anything, you want your staple expenses. All right, so here's our color coding system. I got this from from Penny's Makes Dollars. She has a coding system that she uses to help us, color coding system. And I thought, hey, that would be great. Let me go ahead. I want to do the same thing. So we're working on week 1. So we should have a red marker. And of course, you know what? Don't work that way, because apparently my red marker decided to go on hiatus before this video. Hold on, guys. Oh man, I should have made sure I had that red marker. I was trying to make this a smooth transition, y'all. Just a smooth little transition. Bless my heart. I had it last week. What did I do with it? I had it last week, y'all. I had it last week. I had it last week. I don't know what I did. Hold on, y'all. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get to it. So, week 1, we're doing housing. In housing, we have the mortgage, okay? Now, this money that you see in here was just free money, okay? And so we'll get to this. In housing, we have mortgage. That gets $120. We'll get that here in a minute. All right. In HOA, we, let's see, it is $6 an icon. It gets $42. Oh, y'all. $6 an icon. It gets $42. So that's 2 20s and $2. And we'll come back and we'll do this. Pool service. Pool service is $10 an icon, so it gets $70, 50 and a 20. All right, next is utilities. Okay, so electric is $8 an icon, so it gets $56, and that is a 50, a 5, and a 6. I do have my stuff over here, that how I am separating it out. I'll show you guys that later. So gas is $5 an icon, and it's getting $35. Okay. Water is $4 an icon, and it's getting $28. Okay. Sewer, we don't have that. We get the Skippy, which, bless the hearts, we'll talk about that later, some other video. Internet is $4 an icon, so it gets $28. Okay. Telephone is $4 an icon. It gets $28 as well. That's a lot of $28 in it, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. All right, let me go back because I did do sewer. Okay, because I was going to say we have this reclamation thing, It gets $2 an icon, so it gets $14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And guys, the reason why I do not have trash is included with the city. I don't have this for everything because I just don't like buying unnecessary stuff. That's just me. And I will say this. Let me go ahead and finish this out, and I will say just a couple of things. So fuel, so it's just transportation. And fuel is $10 an icon, so it gets $70. My car tags is $3 an icon, so it gets $21. If the state of Kentucky ever sends me my dang on title for my car. Anyway, car maintenance is $2 an icon, and it gets $14. And it's only $2 an icon because this is a buffer. This is a buffer, and all of this, we have an emergency fund. For the most part, this is just like car maintenance for me, our tune-ups and oil changes, okay? So, groceries. Groceries, we have, it's $19 an icon. It gets $133. 1, 2, 3. $133. We spend about $500 a month on groceries. We don't spend $500 a month. That man spends about $500 a month on groceries, and we're gonna be old by the time we use this. So I don't understand, if everything goes okay. But I don't understand why that man needs that much money in food. We're gonna be old. When you old, y'all, we don't eat that much. What's this man thinking? I don't know. My husband's crazy. He be trying to feed an army. I don't know. This is what happens, y'all, when you have kids and you get older. You think you still have kids in the house. I mean, we got kids in the house, but you think you feeding the army. Anyway. Household, I can never be serious about this, y'all. Household is $4 an icon, and we put $28 in here, okay? 1, 2, 3. That's the last of that. All right. And pet care, meow. Pet care gets $5 an icon, and so it gets $35. Y'all, I messed something up. No, I didn't. I didn't mess it. I got everything. It gets $35. Okay. So let's go back, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to color this in. And let's see. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Okay. Well, maybe I got 100 too much. Okay, girl. Okay. Let me make sure. Let me make sure here. Let me make sure. 120 plus 42 plus 70. Plus 56 plus 35. Ooh, y'all see that? 120 plus 42 plus 70 plus 56 plus 35 plus 28 plus 28 plus 28 plus 14 plus, 14 plus 21 plus 70 plus 133 plus 28 plus, 35. Equals 722. I had 100 too much. Yay, that's 100 that goes back to the bank, guys. That's what that does. Yay, that is good. That is good. All right, so we're gonna put this out of the way. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get started getting all this together, okay? So I saw Jacqueline do this, and I said I wanted to do what she does. And what she does is, and I'm gonna get my ugly little container of what do you call that, paper clips. But what she does is, all she does is she just actually takes this and clips it to it, and I think that is good as well. I appreciate that. I don't, like I said, I just do not want to, I personally do not want to continue to waste money buying certain things, because I have a lot of them. And one thing that I learned when I was younger is that many of the people, I worked as an accountant, and I don't know how it is these days, but I worked in a small accounting firm. And so 22, and this is HOA, 22. I worked in a small accounting firm, and then a medium-sized accounting firm where you still had access to the owners. And these people were cheap. They dressed nice, but were very cheap. They took care of their stuff. I won't say cheap, they were frugal. They took care of their stuff. Now there was one, oh my gosh, it was crazy. There was one guy, Mike, I remember Mike. He had, what do you call that? He had a football player that lived in Louisville, got drafted to the pros, and his first season bought Mike a car for his, just as a Christmas gift. Nice car too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it was, the other guys were interesting when it happened. But other than that, for the most part, they were very frugal. Very, very frugal. And that's where I learned to be frugal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And although, so it's 8 each one, okay, 8 across. And although I do like certain things and I like to be aesthetic, I also learned that aesthetics is not necessarily needed all the time. So thank you, Jacqueline, for showing us how to do this. This is nice. I have that little thing in the front only because when I play little games and have extra money, then I can take and I can allocate it out. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 8 in each row for some of them because I created this for myself. I took a lot of time doing some of these things, y'all. I spent a lot of time doing this. And so now that I start working today, I'm doing this in the morning. Now that I start working today, guys, yeah. What are you going to do? How are you guys going to see this one? I guess I'm just going to check it off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, well, and I'll fill it in later. I'm going to fill in one, just one, y'all, just one. I'm not going to do this because it's so thin. Because it's fine tip, it's going to take a while. Whereas the fat tip gets through it easily. And I at least want to color one so I know what I'm doing. And I know that's what I need to do when I come back. I just have to find that red pen. I don't know where it went, y'all. Or that red marker. I don't know where it went because I just had it last week. Don't y'all hate that when you just had something? All right. And I do. I appreciate the people in my life when I was younger that if I didn't learn from them directly, guys, I most definitely learned from them indirectly because I paid attention. Younger me paid a lot of attention to stuff, and it's very wise to pay attention to other people that have, I would hate to say have something that you want, you know. All right, so we're gonna do, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. This one has a little more in it. All right, so I'll come back and I'll get those cleaned up. But it's just really smart to do that. Now, the thing about when people pay attention, I think sometimes people pay attention to only, so we have water, and we need to do 7 of these. The thing that people tend to only pay attention to is the outward appearance of things. And even then, I think that some individuals get it wrong and end up mimicking the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're trying to figure out, how do I keep up with the Joneses? And they think the Joneses are being flashy when actually the Joneses aren't being as flashy as people think. And that's what I learned. I learned that the Joneses really are not that flashy. The real Joneses are. And I learned from, I love it, Jerry. I can't remember Jerry's last name. I worked at this accounting firm in Louisville. It was called Willick & Himmelfarb and Company. It probably still is around. Loved it. I loved it. Joyce was great. Willick & Himmelfarb and Company. My kids, they will tell you to this day, every time they come, may I speak to Tara? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they would say, she would say, Tara, your kids are on the phone. I was like, thank you, Joyce. And they're like, what you want? I'm at work. Mama, when y'all see this stuff online, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. I'm telling you, these babies did that. They call work. They probably still do. It's different though. Some of the rules are a little different now. Y'all got y'all cell phones, but when they had to call into the job. But anyway, Jerry was a great person to watch because, not Jerry Seinfeld, y'all, but when I watched Jerry, um, most definitely I took up some notes on some things. I never lived flashy, and people always wondered how I was able to make my money stretch as a single mom with 3 kids. And you know what? I paid attention and I budgeted. I budgeted real well back then. I do better now since I started back, but I took some years off because it was just me and things went on autopilot. And when stuff goes on autopilot, you just don't think about it. I think autopilot is good, but it can be bad when you're not paying attention to it. So reconciling bank statements and stuff is good, but really good because you don't just put things on autopilot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how I caught a couple of things that were hitting our bank account that I had to get my husband to research because I'm like, hey, what is this? You know, I've been checking this and all of a sudden this popped up, and then he's like, oh, it's this, or you know, it's like, oh, okay. So it was nice to see that. I mean, it's nice, you know, like I said, to have things on autopilot, but it's also nice to make sure that even though it's on autopilot, you are still checking it on a weekly, monthly basis. Like we have, what happened to us? We had some bank account charges that weren't supposed to be charged. Yeah, I bet you he didn't look into them. Bet you he didn't look into them. I told him about it. Let's see what he says. You got to hurry up before the next statement comes around. But I bet y'all he did not look into them like I had said. Because bless his heart. I'll look at it. 2 months later, I had hey, we was paying for 2 cell phone bills for this man. Y'all hear me? 2. One coming out of the housing account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One coming out of the house account, and the other one was coming out of his business account. And I'm like, dude, what is this? I'm going to check into it. And finally, you know what? Men say women nag. You want to know why women nag men? Because here we are, 3 months later, I'm telling my husband, fix this. At that point, y'all, you ain't even nice. You just like, fix this. So, anywho. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go back and get those guys. I'm just coloring in the first one so I can at least know. I guess I should have did it on some of those other ones. I just got to run in my mouth to y'all. I like y'all. But anyway. So yeah, even though your stuff is on autopilot, don't take it for granted, all right? Because you actually may be paying out more than what you should be. And in addition to that, you might find something that you're like, you know what, I need to take this stuff off of autopilot and actually start, what do you call that? Actually start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually start looking at ways that I am able to start minimizing some of my debt, you know, because that's what happened to me. I put all my stuff on autopilot, y'all, for years. I should have had this debt paid off already, but I just didn't because you know what? I just didn't. I hate to say I didn't care, but I had everything on autopilot. I was just living my life. And you know how much comes out of your account all the time. You're like, oh, okay, and I got this left over. And I just really was being raggedy. Whereas when I was younger, like I said, I paid attention to people. You know, I was a teenage mom. Had my oldest when I was 15, and people will always wonder as she got older, like, man, how's your, you know, the older moms, how's your mom, you know, older, you know, younger than me, and she's doing this, and people always assume that you got this and that. No, we ain't had much of nothing. I just budgeted. I was able to do stuff because I budgeted. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't get into a little credit card debt and had to do a chapter 7. But they don't even do that. They don't allow those no more. You have to do a chapter 11 as a person. And then, man, that's a whoo. They changed them laws real quick. But I will say, sister will say that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The trick to it was, because I worked at a place at that time, I just set up and I got my stuff together. It told me to get my stuff together. Well, not it, but one of the ladies there, she told me what to do. And it wasn't much of anything. So when I bankrupt, got to pay my car off, okay, because they settled. And when they settled, sometimes they're like, you know, they don't settle necessarily for what is owed. So paid my car off. Now my dad didn't, so I paid him back. Y'all, that's a whole story for not another day that won't be explained on this channel. But anyway, so I paid him back, and then what do you call that? I had one credit card that I had opened, but I didn't list it because there was nothing on it. They had said, whatever you do, don't put nothing on it, and then you could bankrupt on it. And I was like, okay, cool beans. All right, cool. All right, guys, there we go. We have that. But yeah, and so then I bankrupt on, I did the bankruptcy, but after that, I really got my stuff back together because that bankruptcy had sat on there, I think, for about 5 years. I can't remember. And that was in 2005, and I bought, no, 2003. I can't remember. But either way, I bought my house in 2007. I bought my house in 2007. That was my first house I bought. And I was in my 30s. It's okay, y'all. Some people, I just had a friend that just bought her first house. And she is, well, not a friend, an acquaintance. And she is my age. We're 50 now. And she bought her first house. And, you know, everybody doesn't always have it together. That's why you're watching us. Sometimes you guys are watching us for entertainment, and sometimes you guys are actually watching us to actually learn how to do this. So, you know, if you're watching this to learn how to do it, good for you. And I'm going to say, guys, that it's always good, once again, to see how someone else does something so that you can understand how you can do it. It's not about what they're flaring. It's about how they're doing it. There's a lot of pretty stuff up here on my desk that I like, okay? That I like. At the same time, there's a lot of stuff that I don't do because I don't see that it's necessary. And if you're going to follow me, you're going to follow me anyway, right? So same thing for you. You're like, hey, there's a lot of pretty stuff out there, but I don't really need it. You know, I want to get my bills together. Let me just see how she does it and let me get it. All right, there you go. All right, that was a lecture for today, guys. I appreciate you being here. And if you like what you see, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and I'm going to see you in my next video.